Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Lattice Torchiere. This is going to be the 241204. Beautiful fixture, lots of light's going to come out of this. You've got all this wonderful forging intertwined, holding a beautiful glass bowl at the top. It's a bit of a transitional design, so it's a little on the traditional side, but it's also got a contemporary twist to it, so those things work together quite beautifully. Let's get into the size of it to begin with. Let's talk about the overall height. 74.4, that's over 6 feet, so this is a nice tall fixture. Diameter's coming in at 22.4, and that's going to be the glass at the very edges on the top. This is 38.9 pounds, so it's very substantial. It's pretty heavy. It's something you should know, which is a good thing. A lot of people like that. Why don't we talk about a couple other things? Let's talk about the dimmer on this. You've got an on-off dimmer. It's called a pole dimmer. It's going to be coming up from the base, and it'll come up about waist high, and it's just a little tight. So it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, remember that? And then they have a little clicking sound, so it's going to be an on-off dimmer switch. Very easy to use. I want to show you a little bit more information about all of this, and how we're going to do it is to take a look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put this together, which you probably want to do on a long table. Put a blanket down and put it together that way. Very simple to do, but you want to kind of look at the installations instructions before you get this. And then the glass goes on top afterwards. So after it's all assembled and you put it up, then you're going to put your glass on. And that kind of leads us basically to what's going to be going on inside of this. You've got 3 of these, and you'll be able to see this on these line drawings. That's a nice thing about these installations instructions, that they come with wonderful line drawings, schematic drawings of fixtures. They show you things you can't see when you're looking just at a picture, like the setup of the sockets and how they're going to be pinwheeled, kind of going around in a circle. So you've got 3 of these, don't forget. So 3 medium-based sockets, just a regular screw-in bulb, very simple. If you want to stick with incandescent, it's saying 20 watt max. I don't know why, that's kind of low as far as A19 goes. But anyway, I don't think you should be doing incandescent anyway, because why bother? You can get some great LEDs and you can get a ton of light out of this. So kind of remember that when you're looking at this, you know, you may think right off the bat that 3 20-watt bulbs is what you're going to be maxed out at. That's always for incandescent, because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. When you go into LEDs, sky's the limit. You know, these don't produce heat, they produce light, and they produce a lot of light. This is an old school LED. The first ones that came out, they have a white shield at the top and kind of a ceramic part on the very bottom. The ones I like to use are actually these, and these are going to be the clear ones. So the idea with the clear one is it gives light in all directions. So you can see it's going to be having the light going down, going up, going out. These are going to be on their sides. So I want a lot of light to come through that glass, but what I want for real is a lot of light to go up and hit my ceiling. You have a white ceiling for a reason. It's to reflect light back out. So if you get light reflecting off that, it's going to bathe the entire room. You can easily light a big room with this fixture without any problem at all. You're going to be using A19 bulbs like I mentioned before. That's just a standard size light bulb. Now I would probably start off at 3 60-watt equivalents, just because, you know, that's still a lot of light, but you can increase that quite a bit, because this A19 is available out in the marketplace in lots of different ways. It's available as a 75-watt equivalent, a 100-watt equivalent. I've seen these at a 150-watt equivalent. And don't forget, you've got 3 of these bulbs in there, so keep that in mind. Like I said before, start off at a 60-watt equivalent or a 75-watt equivalent. The light coming out of these is going to be offered to you in all kinds of different ways when you go out there. Like, you might go to Home Depot or Lowe's or your grocery store. That's where I can find these in Vermont. Amazon carries them as well. They're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light, but they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight. Be careful of that one, because that one's going to be the bluish white light, like an overcast day hospital waiting room light. That's 4000, 5000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is 3000 Kelvin. That's the nice warmth that's coming down on this table from these. They're called warm white, soft white LED bulbs above, and this is what I've got going on right above us right here. In any event, I would probably start off, like I said, 60-watt equivalent, 75-watt equivalent, go for that. Maybe in a 3000 Kelvin, that would be a nice warm light. And then just make sure you get a dimmable version of the bulb. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this, and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway, because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.